You're watching State Champs
on Fox Sports Midwest.
Your home for high school sports.
CHAMPS is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Stryker, discover your strengths and follow your passion with us. Fanuc America, the leading supplier of robotics, CNCs, and factory automation. State Champs also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.
This is the high school sports show created by high school sports fans for high school sports fans. This is State Champs, presented by Lawrence Tech. Welcome to it. I'm Kiera Hay.
And I am Lauren Plant. Our excellent production teams have no less than a dozen highlight packages featuring teams from all over the state in sports like volleyball, tennis, soccer, and of course some big football games. Mishawaka Penn went to the state of Michigan to match up with one of their historically best programs. We'll have those highlights too.
I go in focus on the #1 ranked Zionsville girls golf program. 24/7 Sports' Alan True will also be along to talk about the latest breaking news in football recruiting here in the Hoosier State.
Here we go. Friday Night Football starts us off. We begin in Frankton. The Bruins of Blackford visiting the Eagles. Frankton with a 1-point win over Alexandria Monroe a week ago. Bruins in white coming off 2 straight wins, beat the Eagles by 5 in their last meeting. Bruins up 7 here, make it 14. Austin Lancaster breaks through the line to Pater. Later on in the second, before the half, Isaac Justice holding court. He had over 100 yards on the night and 2 scores. Bruins led 21-0 at halftime. It appeared at this point the Eagles' chances of any comeback about as bad as the weather. Conditions turned nasty, forced a stoppage. After the break, another Bruin who carved up a couple of scores, Shane Elam. You think Caleb Mealy's got the ball? Elam to the end zone. And he'll do it again. The Bruins of Blackford reign all over Frankton's parade. They defeat the Eagles in convincing fashion, 35-0 the final. To Class 2A we go. The Blue Devils of Tipton looking to stay undefeated and at home versus conference foes, the Kings of Lewis Cass. Impressive win last week at Twin Lakes. Tipton with the rock, looking to strike first. Senior QB KJ Rudabush under center. He's going to take off. Solid moves for the big guy in open spaces. He will find the end zone. Blue Devils up 7-0. Kings quick to respond. Junior quarterback Isaac Chambers steady, drops, looks one way, throws another. Just watch fellow junior Gabe Urett slicing and dicing his way through the Blue Devils secondary. He won't be denied. With the conversion, Kings took an 8-7 lead. Second quarter, and Tipton getting jiggy with it. Rudabush hands off to the senior Luke Stoker. He's got the option to pass. He will. Right into the arms of Aiden Moses. Blue Devils move ahead 14-8. Still second quarter, still a steady rain. Lewis Cass trailing by 13. This is wild. Chamber throwing to the end zone. It's not picked off. It's Urett who's got it. Touchdown Kings. Cass down 21-15 at the break. Midway through the third now, still anybody's ball game. Blue Devils seeking insurance. You're in good hands with the senior Peyton Carter. This would be enough to get the win. Tipton defeats Lewis Cass 27-15.
I'm Kevin Trozinski, and it's our first ever crossover game in the State Champs universe, Indiana versus Michigan. Penn traveled 200 miles for this matchup versus Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and it will be the last time they see each other for some time. A scoreless game late in the first. Orchard Lake St. Mary's senior running back Josh McCarty had great blocking from the O-line on this play. He makes the cut back inside, dodging the Kingsmen en route to the end zone, and the Eaglets will take the 7-0 lead. However, Penn would respond. Sophomore quarterback Ron Paulus III on the play action, the pump fake, calling his shots on the fly, senior wideout Brock Boynton reels it in for the score, and the game is tied at 7. The Kingsmen down 3 after an Eaglets field goal. The 6'4", 243-pound quarterback Paulus is going to jam this in for the touchdown, and the big fella gives Penn their first lead of the game. This night will belong to Paulus and the Kingsmen. He makes it look easy, and with the extension for good measure, OLSM's McCarty would rush one in late, but it was not enough as Penn makes the trip back to Mishawaka with the W, 20-17, the final. We traveled to Greenfield Central High School, where the Cougars, only with one loss on the season, will look to square up with the 10-3 Trojans of Newcastle. Let's kick things off in the first game. Cougars with the serve. Trojans finding the setup, but a return, some good back and forth action. The sneak tip doesn't go. Newcastle set up sophomore Layla Smith, and the deflection heads out. Still a close one in the first. This time Newcastle with the serve. Mabry Schaffmaster, the sophomore, gets it done with the ace. It's too hot to handle by the Cougars. Newcastle takes game one. We go to the other Schaffmaster. Her sister, Melanie, sneaks in the set point. Newcastle up 1-0. Newcastle's Melanie Schaffmaster with another ace for Newcastle. We give them the green light for game two. Newcastle with the advantage heading into the third, up 2-0. It would be all Newcastle kind of night. Melanie showing some setting skills and sneaks in the quick point as her sister Mabry with the match point that is not returnable, and they would seal the deal for Newcastle.
Something pretty special went down last weekend at Lawrence Technological University. For the first time in over 70 years, a football game was played. Let's check it out. 1946. That was the last time the Blue Devils ever played a football game. 72 years later, the sport officially back at Lawrence Technological University. Their first opponent, the Golden Grizzlies of Oakland University. The first game on LTU's home field and the first ever in Southfield brought in a huge capacity crowd, close to 4,000 fans in attendance. Even Southfield officials coming in to show their support. It was clear the Blue Devils were ready to play. They put up a program record in points, defeating Oakland University 53-14. In fact, they only played 3 quarters. The game was called due to bad weather. There will be 3 more home games where the Blue Devils will put their talents on display. The University of Pittsburgh's club team September 15th, Indiana Wesleyan October 13th, and Trinity Bible October 27th. Be a part of the reboot and history. Head over to LTUathletics.com to order your game day tickets right now.
As you just saw, the Lawrence Tech campus is football crazy right now. And beginning next year, the Blue Devils will have full membership in the NAIA's Mid-States Football Association. Do you have a dream of playing college football at the equivalent of a Division II level? The LTU football staff is recruiting athletes right now, so don't wait, recruit yourself. Go to LTUathletics.com, click on the football page, and click on the Recruit Me button, and circle the date November 17th. The Blue Devils will be invading Indiana as they travel to Indiana Wesleyan University. See what all the excitement is about firsthand.
I want to be a dermatologist, and though a lot of universities tried to recruit me for basketball, Lawrence Tech had the science curriculum that I wanted. LTU's Southfield campus is a great place to learn, and the classes are small enough that I don't have to wait for office hours to talk to my professors. They're usually right by my side, challenging me and guiding me toward a successful future. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Want to know what I like best about playing basketball for my high school? I like it because it's a place where my friends get to see me play. I like it because I'm playing for someone besides myself. I'm playing for everybody in my school and every person in my community.
Indiana high school sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
I love working for Stryker.
I'm genuinely excited to come to work every day.
We support each other and look out for each other.
I love Stryker because we are like a family.
At Stryker, I own my career.
There are so many different places Stryker can take me in the next 5 years.
Together,
With our
Customers.
we are driven
to make
healthcare better.
great people with a strong mission and values can accomplish great things together.
You're watching the highlights of State Champs!
Now, we go to Schumann Stadium. Highlights courtesy of the ISE Sports Network. Lafayette Jefferson took on the visiting team of Harrison. Jefferson in the red zone early in the first. Sophomore quarterback Max Grimes with the fake handoff, and it's a keeper. He hits the end zone from 11 yards out, and the Broncos take the 7-0 lead. It's deja vu, but this time it's Harrison senior quarterback Andrew Jensen hitting pay dirt on the QB keeper, his 4th on the season, and this game is all tied up at 7. Jefferson up 3 via the field goal, looking to tack on more. Grimes immediately hits the wide open senior Zion Austin, and he cruises in for the score, and the Broncos now lead by 10. The Broncos are too hot to handle on this night. Grimes showing his arm strength on the deep ball. Senior wideout Brian Jenkins is wide open, and he gets the job done. A little bit of downpour ain't gonna stop this team as Lafayette Jefferson beats Harrison 31-14, the final.
What a night for volleyball as we head to Tri-West Hendricks High School. The Bruins coming into tonight's matchup at 9-3. The visiting Frankfurt Hot Dogs also with just 3 losses of the season. Let's get things started in the first, tied at 24. The Hot Dogs with the serve once more. Bruins wouldn't waste any time. Set up for sophomore Megan Duffy, and she gets the kill. Bruin takes game 1. Each team working hard. Volleys by both teams. Set up, but the dig out keeps it alive. Bruin set up by Josie McClara for a spike, and that would be enough for game 3. Tri-West Hendricks gets the clean sweep over Frankfurt.
It was a beautiful evening for some boys soccer as we visited Pike High School, the hosting Red Devils welcoming their rivals, the Ben Davis Giants. This matchup would go to the end, and it would be a classic. Scoreless in the first until the Red Devils got red hot. Set up with an earned penalty kick, Ibrahim Diallo, a little bump pass to Randy Bedencourt. The senior scores 1-0 Pike with 30 minutes left to go in the half. Later in the half, Red Devils continuing to press. It looked like the Giant defense would gain control, but check Betancourt. Back of the net, Red Devils up 2-0. 2 minutes left before the break. This is the equivalent of a fast break in basketball. Following the nice save and outlet by Ben Davis keep Elijah Minaya, Luis Denny Escamilla, no help needed. He hits the strings. Go ahead and pick that up, son. Second half. Nighttime. Giants with the PK. Escamilla, no problem. 2-all game, outcome up for grabs. But the Red Devils would not be denied. A name we know now, Betancourt. Past the pressure, sinks the rock. That's a hat trick. Pike takes this one 3-2 the final.
This is Alan True from 24/7 Sports with this week's State Champs Recruit Report. One of the seniors in the state of Indiana that is making some noise is Carroll High School wide receiver Camden Childers. He's posted excellent stats through the early part of the season and is starting to get more interest from schools. He was recently offered by Marion, but the thought is several new schools may jump in and offer him a scholarship if he keeps up this kind of production throughout the fall. Fort Wayne Snyder has one of the best juniors in the entire state with 6'7", 290-pound Randy Holtz, an offensive tackle who already holds several major offers, including Purdue, Cincinnati, and Boston College. Holtz just visited Notre Dame last weekend, and the Irish are beginning to show him more attention. Finally, look out for Jaden George, the quarterback at Indianapolis Warren Central. He's had an excellent first 2 weeks of the season. He threw 4 touchdowns against Louisville Trinity and threw 7 touchdowns in a win last week over North Central. He has no scholarship offers yet, but a couple of schools are looking his way, including Ohio Dominican and Dartmouth. The thought is that he might receive more interest if he continues producing the way he's been for one of the state's best teams. For this week's State Champs Recruit Report, I'm Alan True.
We've got a great production team, but we're looking for aspiring reporters who are fun, energetic, with good production skills. If you think you've got what it takes to tell a great story here on State Champs, connect with us by emailing us on our contact page at statechampsnetwork.com. More football highlights and girls soccer too, next on State Champs.
Back again.
You know me.
Pepperoni Asiago. Oh, he's so cute. What's his name?
Pepperoni Asiago.
I just want to eat him up.
Flavor fanatics love us because we invented flavored crust pizza with 100% real mozzarella cheese and fresh dough made daily. Now get meal deals for any budget.
Hungry?
Howie's!
I don't think of this as a high school weight room. It's more like a high school classroom.
I'm learning how to manage my time here. I'm learning that it's important to have goals and that it takes persistence and commitment to reach them. And I'm learning that the best way to lead is by example.
Indiana High School Sports. They're more than just a game.
Come and see me play.
My passion is architecture. I don't want to sit around passively studying. I need to create. In our architecture studios at Lawrence Tech, we collaborate with students, faculty, and professionals from around the world. And from day one, we design using the same industry standard software that architecture firms use. I really feel like I'm designing my own future here. Lawrence Tech. Possible is everything.
FANUC America is the #1 supplier of robots, CNCs, and factory automation. Our certified automation training prepares students for high-tech careers in advanced manufacturing. Manufacturers use automation to maximize productivity. That's why high-paying careers in advanced automation are in demand today. Our CERT program provides manufacturers and educators a STEM-based curriculum centered on robotics and automation training. Contact FANUC to learn more about our certified automation training programs.
Welcome back to State Champs. Once again, I'm your host, Kiera Hay. Every week on our show, we're going to take a closer look at a team or an individual that stands out. This week, we go in focus on the reigning IHSAA Girls Golf Champions. The Zionville's girls golf team was on fire last year. They beat 8 school records, won 5 consecutive tournaments, and became the first women's team to ever win a state championship title for their school.
I guess it was from the HCC tournament last year on, we didn't lose a match. The girls just caught fire and realized that they were the best team in the state, and they proved that at the state finals.
The Eagles have a great chance of going back-to-back. They are currently 94-1. They've won 7 of their 8 tournaments, and another confidence booster is that they beat their biggest competition twice. Prior to last year, Evansville North had won 3 consecutive state championship titles. And after last year's defeat against Zionsville, they're gearing up for a comeback.
They've reloaded, and they've got a really good freshman class in there, and they've got some talented upperclassmen as well. But we're looking forward to it. I feel like we've got an experienced group of kids who have been through the grind. They're determined to get back to that level of where they were before.
I want to win state again with them. I mean, I think that would be so cool to have it 2 years in a row. Every week we shoot better and better, and even if we do have one bad round, we're able to bounce back from that, and I think by the time we get to state, we're going to be top-notch and very excited.
The Eagles have 3 from their top 5 championship team returning this year, 2 of which are all-state. So the talent and experience is there, but Coach Anderson believes the bond the girls have built with each other is the key to their success.
I've been blessed the last couple of years with programs where the girls are more of a sisterhood than a team, and it's just a fun family dynamic, and I'm so blessed to be part of it.
Just the overall chemistry of the team is just so much fun. The bus rides home, we're jamming to music, we're not thinking about our rounds, and that just makes it so much better. Even if you have a bad day, you know that you've got 4 other amazing teammates that are so good behind your back no matter what.
For In Focus, I'm Kiera Hay.
You're watching Highlights on State Champs!
LP is back. That's a pretty sight. Girls soccer taking center stage now. New Palestine the host as the 5-2 Dragons taking the challenge of trying to knock off the 8-0 Mount Vernon Marauders. First half, Mount Vernon with possession, up the field and charging. The sophomore Riley Pearson, the nice cross of the senior Cleo Mills. She doesn't miss. 1-0 Marauders. More first half action. Mount Vernon with a PK. The Dragon Wall set up. The senior Alexi Hardy, nice strike. The goalie cannot corral. Mount Vernon spotted a 2-0 lead heading into halftime. The Marauders just mauling on this night. Mills scored not 1, not 2, yes, 3 goals on the night. She led the way, and Mount Vernon beats New Palestine 5-0.
Rain or shine, tennis must go on at Guerin Catholic as they took the court against Carmel. Some good moves early in the first set by both Cole Metzger of Guerin and Carmel Jr. Presley Thieneman, the volley. Thieneman punches the clock, ready for work with this point, Thienman strikes early in the first set. Action going back and forth at this point. Presley Thienman finds the edge, and it soars past the left side of the net, unable to return. Thienman finds the W, and this one off to one doubles. The seniors from Guerin, Michael Aikman, and Simon Paris take on Carmel's Timothy Dixon and Garrett Lloyd, both seniors. Guerin here with the serve. Carmel returns out of bounds, and the point goes to Guerin. The same is repeated, only this time, Carmel gets the touch out of bounds by Guerin. The point goes to Carmel. Carmel on the move, wanting to close this one out. Good volley, a strike would deflect off the net, and the Greyhounds would come out on top of this one and take the match. Now, on to the IHSAA Champions Network Game of the Week presented by Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Two top 3 teams going at it on the gridiron. Number 3 ranked Brownsburg hosting number 2 ranked Avon. A little bit of obstruction in view of the camera, but we are going to call it anyways. Avon's Samson James loses the ball. Senior linebacker Jake Burkhofer is there to scoop the ball up, and he takes it in for 6 as the Bulldogs take the lead late in the first. Brownsburg in the red zone. Junior running back Donnie Marcus has reservation for 6, putting his Bulldogs up by 14 at the break. After coming out of the locker room, Avon Samson James redeemed himself, getting the touch from 1 yard out, and the Orioles pull within 7. This one is a little hard to see, so let's go to the commentary to paint the picture.
Play action. They got him. Touchdown, Brownsburg.
What a beautiful call.
Brownsburg comes out on top, beating Avon 21-7, the final.
If you think State Champs is just a TV show once a week, think again. Those who follow, like, and subscribe to State Champs Indiana on social media know that we are constantly uploading fresh content. Highlights, rankings, news, you can find it all on our Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram pages. Let's get State Champs Indiana trending, and we'll keep uploading more of what you're looking for.
Here in Detroit, it's time. Time to show the world what we've got. Because right now, it's innovation time, dinner time, and time to experience Detroit for yourself. Time to taste it, hear it, feel it, witness it, and believe it. This is Detroit, and we're here to tell you, it's go time.
Since the dawn of man, storytelling has been the most effective and engaging means of communication. Whether gathered around the warm glow of a fireplace or the family television set, a compelling story has always moved people to action. At Yellow Flag Productions, the Emmy-winning storytellers behind our television programs are now helping clients create content that emphasizes their people and passions. Let us tell your story and share it with the world.
I want a career in robotics and automation, so I chose Lawrence Tech for its first in Michigan robotics engineering program. LTU's brand new STEM complex has a robotics lab where we can design, build, and program robots in a creative atmosphere. And the best thing is, I haven't graduated yet, but I already have a job in my field. I know I made the right choice for my career. Lawrence Tech, possible is everything.
Hey, welcome back to State Champs. A little Class 2A football getting featured for this week's main event. Triton Central has come out of the gate on fire this season, and their defense is dangerous. Through the first 3 games of the season, Tigers haven't given up a single point. Now, Monrovia might not be Class 2A yet, but it could be coming. Right now, they are unbeaten as well. So let's go there for this week's main event. The battle of the unbeatens in the Indiana Crossroads Conference. Triton Central trying to make a statement on the road. Monrovia has only allowed 6 points all season, but that's 6 more than the Tigers have given up. Would this be a defensive battle? That answer came pretty quickly. Tigers in white scoring early and often. Triton Central's first possession. Signal caller Aaron Steele gives to his running back Richard Knowles. He finds open real estate. TC jumps on the board first. Under 2 minutes to go in the first. Tigers looking to put a damper on Monrovia's homecoming. Steele ran for 70 yards and 2 TDs. This is what you call stretching the field. Tigers led 14-0 after 1. Triton Central scored 5 first-half touchdowns. Steele's got a nice arm, 8 of 10 passing, 153 yards, a perfect strike in stride to the senior wideout Stuart Krause. Bears licking their wounds, down 35-0 at intermission. Speaking of homecoming, just the sight of the new court and the king and queen putting football in perspective for the Monrovia faithful.
Everybody fire up! Fire up! Up!
Stop for the
Everybody fire up! Yeah, with the fire up! Everybody fire up!
But back to football. Plenty to cheer about for Tigers fans because the Bears seem to be running in quicksand all night. In the third quarter, Triton Central junior Keaton Kermode adding to their advantage. In the fourth, the lone bright spot for Monrovia, Tigers give up their first points of the season. Clay Whitney doing a nice job of creating separation, finding the seam, getting into the end zone. But the Tigers just too tough. Knowles finds the edge again. Triton Central takes down Monrovia 49-7 the final.
October 5th as the Bulldogs host conference rival Part 2.
We are humble. We play as hard as we can as a team. You realize if you're a running back, you're only as good as the guys blocking. You realize you're a quarterback, you're only as good as receivers catching and the guys blocking. And the running back's running. You understand that. You're humble about it.
It felt great. We knew coming into this season a lot of people wouldn't believe in the hype, I guess you could say. But I think we proved that tonight that we're a tough team and we're tough to handle. But we do play in a great conference and Monrovia's a great team. And it was tough. Even though the score didn't represent that well, it was a tough game and it was a tough week of preparation.
Today, by the grace of God, I got into the end zone 2 times. Some of the runs really wasn't there, but the pass game was really there. Thanks to Aaron throwing the ball on the money every time and our receivers stepping up and doing what they do every week.
That's our show for this week. Big show next week.
That's right. And connect with us on social media or send us an email at statechampsnetwork.com to let us know what games you want us to cover.
That's right. Take care and we'll see you.
I'm on TV, Mom. Hey, Mom.
All right, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Fight your kings and all the way, show them God is here. Wave the black and white and gold and give a mighty cheer. Rah, 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 hit them hard and see how they fall. Keep that team from getting ball. Fight, fight until the end of victory be broken.
State Champs is presented by Lawrence Technological University. Possible is everything. Stryker. Discover your strengths and follow your passion with us. Fanuc America, the leading supplier of robotics, CNCs, and factory automation. State Champs also working in partnership with the Indiana High School Athletic Association.